Before we get started here and go with the intro and talking to you about what we're doing, I just want to go over some things that happened and go. This is going to be the after the shooting. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the target now. I know how some of you don't like to watch the video all the way through. You're going to want to watch this one. These were our two 80 grain Mr. Hollow Points with a spread of, well, you got 2 inches at 50 yards. Then we shot our 33 grain, 333 grain Mr. Hollow Points over here. The shots went high, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some of the shots went high, then 2 here, and then I think 2 were here. The biggest spread on that was 4 inches. 4 1/8 inches for the 333 grain. So the 280 grain did better. And these were the Pro Slug airgun ammo. Now if you count this very bottom one down here, which was the first shot, which was low, then you're going to have a spread of 4 inches. But if you go with the group after the first shot, you're going to have 3 inches. Now this is at 50 yards. Now we did the steel tip, and the steel tip was shot directly in the center. My first shot was dead center, a little higher than dead center, but still right in the middle of the target area for the 218 grain steel tip. And one here and one way down here. And those were, that's a 5-inch shot group. But after the first shot, I did a second shot and we shot our metal coupling. We shot our metal coupling. So the first shot hit bullseye. The second shot hit the metal coupling where I was aiming at with the steel tips. And there's your result. All the way through. All the way through that guy. Yeah. It did the job. So steel tip is what they are. They're steel tip. They're little BBs. I got 2 of them I picked up. Just little BBs there that are in the tips of those 218 grain. So they're not steel core, which to me a steel core means the steel goes all the way down the middle of the core except for the last few so many millimeters of the slug, which is the back is lead. But steel core goes all the way down through them, which would have been more capable of penetrating the diamond plate, steel diamond plate that we shot at. This is 3/16 of an inch thick. This is a thick steel diamond plate. This is pretty tough to shoot. We shot one of them steel tip rounds at it, and it hit right here. I don't know if the camera could pick that up good, but it put a that BB put an indentation on that thing, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has a bulge. It bulged it out, so it hit it really hard when it did that. So the steel tips are penetrating pretty good. It did a really good job on that diamond plate in my opinion. At 218 grains with that little BB, if they would have been the solid steel core, I think it would have pierced through the back of this steel diamond plate. I don't think it would have went completely all the way through and out the other side, but I think it would have pierced through it. So Pro Slug airgun ammo, if you want to make a solid core, steel solid core, that'd be sweet. But first few shots on it were pretty accurate. After that, the next few shots kind of fly all over the place. But anyway, I'm still in love with the 260 grain Mr. Hollow Point. Those have been my most accurate so far. But the 280s, with that tight of a group, they'll take care of a deer at 50 yards. If it can do a good group like this out further, which we'll do that later on. I haven't stretched this out at 100 yet. We're still at 50 because I had to zero the scope. You'll see all that. I'll talk to all you guys in the video. Here you go, the intro, and here we go. Alright guys, this is 50 yards, 150 feet to be exact. And first online, the 280 grain slugs from Mr. Hollow Point. Right now I only had the 2 cameras, so I'll just call the numbers out on the chronograph. These slugs are hand feed only. They will not fit the magazine. Alright, shot number 1 is going to be the left side upper orange target. .826. The first shot is usually always a little low due to the high pressure the hammer has to open that valve up. 826. Shot 2. .852. .852 feet per second with 280 grain slug. The energy as usual will be on the screen here for you. This is shot 3. .866. You see that shot came up. We have less air in the tube, easier for that hammer to open that valve. .866 feet per second. Shot 4. That says 1,366 feet per second. I don't know if that is correct. This gun was full. Now it's only like 170 bar left on it. Hopefully that is on the camera there so you can see. The shot 4 was crazy numbers. That is a very, very high number. And it looks like it has used a lot of air for that shot. So that has to be right. And that foot-pound energy is ridiculous. I don't think it should have used that much air. It hit dead center bullseye. That bull's walking around with one eye. That says 693. So it must have used a lot of air on that fourth shot. We are like 155 now. I'm gonna go ahead and send this 6 shot, but it's gonna be really, really low on pressure. And I'll have to fill the gun back up before we jump to our next rounds, which are gonna be the 333 grain, Mr. Hollow Points. .797. Okay guys, I've topped the rifle off, and this time we're going to keep the Mr. Hollow Point 333 grain slugs on the right hand side. Due to these are heavier, I'm going to use 3 holdover marks to try and keep these heavier slugs around our pointed aims. I think they're going to drop way off. Single load also. Right hand side, upper orange target. .762. It doesn't look like I need to hold holdovers, so I'm going to aim dead center the crosshairs for the rest of the next 5 shot. 762 feet per second, 333 grains. Looks like I need no holdovers. Let's see, shot number 2. Holding dead center the crosshairs this time, no holdover. That time it did drop off, 779. Same hold spot in the crosshairs, same hold spot on the bullseye. Looks like that shot went back in the top hole. 798. So far, Mr. Hollow Point's 260 grain are still my favorites. Shot 4. Right down the middle. 812. We're like 180 bar. Shot 5. I don't know where that went. 782. Hopefully that can be seen on camera where the impact was. This is going to be our final shot. Let me not load this before I look at the air pressure. We are at 150 bar. Normally I do not take this shot at 150. I go top the rifle off, which I will do again after this shot. .749, I see that one. All right, Pro Slug air gun ammo, 270 grains. The Young Hing air compressor, the AEA Challenger are putting in some work today. And so is your boy, because I've had to move from where I normally shoot, which puts me farther from the house, which will, it's a long walk to go fill the gun back up and then back. So I'm kind of getting out of breath here. We're getting it done today. Everybody's putting in work. All right, here we go. We're going for the left-hand side bottom orange target with the Pro Slug. I'm going to use center of the crosshairs. Low, 820. Of course, this rifle was sighted in with the 280 Mr. Hollow Point. Shot number 2. .862. Shot 3. .877. Not a bad group from Pro Slug. The first shot's usually a little low due to the air pressure in the tank. High pressure means for the spring and hammer to do more work. We're working on shot 3. .872, a little high there. I can read my own writing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually 4 shots. I'm not writing these nowhere near 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I have numbered. So that's the 4th shot. We're working on the 5th shot with 190 bar. 849. One more for good measure. $803. Not the best group in the world at 50 yards. Time to air the rifle back up. Okay, rifle is topped back off. Pro Slug air gun ammo, steel core, 218 grains. Now, before I attempt to hit that metal coupling down there, I'm going to take some shots at that center target, right in the center bullseye, and see where exactly this may be shooting at. .873 right down the middle. These will fit the magazine, but I'm not using it. We're going for our coupling now. See what kind of damage these steel tips will do, steel cores will do to it. I have no idea if we hit it. 911. Daylight through the, all the way through that, boys. All the way through that, boys. Okay, these steel cores are not joking. They went all the way through that metal coupling. It's starting to sprinkle. So we're going to try to wrap this up with a few more accuracy shots. See what we can get on that center bullseye. Not without the scope caps up. .934. That was shot 3, I believe. No, that was shot 4 because we shot the coupling. .929. See what our area is. We're at like 190 bar. I'm gonna go set up that steel plate, 3/16" diamond plate. See what we can do with these steel cores. Alright guys, so it just seems like there is a very tiny steel BB inside of those steel tip or whatever you want to call them. That's what we have there. But we have 3/16 of an inch steel diamond plate. Angled forward, so if this ricochets, hopefully it will go towards the ground and keep us safe. Let's see what she's got. I know it hit it hard at 921 feet per second. That's going to conclude for today. I'm going to pick up and go take care of some things. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday afternoon, and the air power is out.